Hiya folks, Lone Wolf Rides here again and welcome back to the channel. Right, today it's the people at Aoocci have been brilliant and they've sent me this. It's the Aoccii Bx, which is their latest CarPlay type unit. So what we're going to do is do a little bit of an unboxing, have a look what's in, and look into it. And they've even sent me some instructions as well. I know some people haven't got the instructions, but they emailed me a full set of instructions, which are really good. So what we'll do is we'll unbox it, see what's in the kit, and then we'll get it fitted on the bike and see what it's like. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Okay then folks, so this is the unit. This is the Aoocci Bx. Slightly smaller than the C6 Pro that I had. C6 Pro's 7.2 inches. I think this one is possibly, what's it? Yeah, 6.5. This is 6.5 inches. So slightly smaller, but it's minimal. If you look on the back of it, it's got one lead, one power lead, that's all, one main lead, which the C6 Pro, which I've got here, says here, you can see that one. This is the one that's C6 Pro. This has got the multi-flying leads. And this lead's quite long. Now what I did with my Suzuki, I had this on and I had this wide through the screen like that, through the through the back of the screen. This one I'll probably have to change a bit different. Do it the same way, but do something slightly different with it. You can see it's got this ball on the back. This ball will actually unbolt and come off because I use a Evotech mounting, and it's a different mounting. It's a mounting that's for put this on, I'll show you. It's a mounting that's for, originally it was a mounting for a mobile phone, because it was on the bike when I bought it. So if you can see this here, you see now that unit there, that's the Evotech mounting. So what I'll end up doing is transferring this to that, taking that ball off and then putting this on there. Might have to do a bit of drilling, I don't really know. May just be a case, I may just be able to bolt that straight on without having to go straight through, without having to do any drilling. I don't know, we'll have to see what we can do. So that's that. Put that back there. The unit, what the other thing I notice, there's no sunscreen on this. There's a sunscreen on the C6 Pro, so will that make any difference or not? I don't really know. But at the end of the day, let's see how it goes, shall we? And the Aoocci C6 Pro's got Aoocci written on it on the front. This one's got nothing on it. So that's the main unit. I'll drop that down here. I'll put it back in here so that it don't get damaged. Don't have any problems with it before I put it on, do we? Drop that in there nicely. Open the box. Load of tools, screwdriver, screen protectors, screen cleaner, screen protector accessories. So whatever, that's probably the little, what do you call it? Probably a little wipe. Screwdriver and a couple of Allen keys, or one Allen key with an hole in the bottom, security one. So that's that. what we got next? Have a look and stuff and do it in order, the way we would do it. I've got loads of stuff in there, I tell you. Right. Next up is this. This is the main, if you want, head and tail. That's obviously going to go to the unit, and this has got to go to the multi-lead cable, power cable. What I've noticed, when I showed a bit later on, this unit has got a quick release connector, and originally when I saw it, I thought, well, it ain't going to be a lot of use, because if you disconnect it, you're going to end up with an open end, but you ain't, because they've thought about that. So what you've got is you've got this, so as if you do decide to take it off, you can drop this on, and you don't have, you end up then with no screw it on, so you ain't going to get any water ingress into it if you leave the bike with it off. Good idea. Good idea. I never thought of that. When I first saw it and saw the quick release bracket for the monitor, I thought, yeah, that's good, but it's no good really, because you end up with this, with no with the water getting in there. But obviously that sorts that. So that's the power lead that's going to go out of the monitor, out of the unit, into the main lead. Find that out now. I'll just drop that down there. The main lead is probably a huge thing. This one here. Yeah, thought it would be. There's your lead that's going to get to your screen. Now this one's got 3 leads on it. It's got a pos, an egg, and an auxiliary. I'm not sure if the C6 has. I'm pretty sure the C6 just went for a pos and an egg. I don't know. It's got this contraption here, which is going to be a pain to lose, that is, I tell you, between the back of the bike and the front, because that ain't exactly miles long. So this is going to end up somewhere. I tell you what, it's going to be tight, that is. It's going to be a tight pull, that is, between front to back of the bike. It'll be tight. Oh, we'll see. We should get it on. I usually can manage things like that. What else we got in here that will do it now? So let's go now into have a look. Right, let's go into cameras. Front camera. The front camera. Obviously short to lead, although it's still a long thing. Now what I've noticed, this is a different camera to the one on the C6 Pro, because I was considering leaving them on and just changing the head unit, but you can't, because it's a different unit. This bracket is steel, top class. On the C6 it's plastic. That bit there is steel on the C6, but the surrounding bit that goes around the camera is plastic, and mine snapped off. I had to do a bit of jiggery poker on it, but that's top class. That'll do. Like that. Thumbs up for that one. Rear camera's the same. I just find that out. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, rear camera's the same. Just got a long lead on it, obviously. Much longer lead. Colour code is blue because it's going to be different. Got here remote control. Here's remote control. Take this out, try this. Remote control unit. Now, you can see this is handlebar mounting, but I don't know whether I can get it on my handlebars. The last one I had, I tried and it was rubbish. This is plastic. Could have been done with steel, I would have thought, but it's plastic anyway. So that might be an issue with going on the handlebars. But I have got a thought, because in one of these boxes, one of these packets, if I can find it, this one here, like Father Christmas in it. I got this little bracket, and you can see that little bracket. I don't know. Now what that'll do, I reckon, is that'll go onto one of my left or right mirrors, where the mirror fits. If you notice on my bike, my mirrors have moved, they've gone to the bar ends. So I just got plain plugs in them, well, screwed plugs. I reckon that can go in, and I reckon take that off, and that'll fit there like that. I'll show you. And I reckon that'll do the job. Good idea. Good idea, that is. I think I'll do that. More so than trying to put this around the handlebars, because it is a pain. So I'll drop that back in there. So if I lose everything. So that's remote control. Get it in the bag. And that's a little bracket that's going to go with it. To go on the handlebars. Sorry, not in the handlebars, on the mirror stalks. What we got next? Right, we got. This is the actual blind spot radar detector for the back of the bike. You can see it. It goes there. Just two connections, negative and an accessory connection. In other words, this is only going to be switched live when the system's on. I'm assuming because the main unit's got a permanent positive, that's going to be running, or if you want 24, taking power off the battery permanent, so it keeps everything in sync. It's got a plastic on the back, but you can also screw it. It's got to be at a certain height on the on the bike, so I'm going to have a measure and have a look at that. Probably going to end up with this on the back, somewhere on the back light, I would have thought. Where the back light fits, I think, I don't know. We'll have a look at that anyway. You know me bike and you've watched me bike. You know I've already got what they call an in-off third eye system on it. And that'll be good to calibrate this against the in-off third eye. And the in-off third eye is brilliant. It's a lot of money when it was out, but it's expensive, but it's really good. And it'd be good to calibrate this one against it. What else we got? If you looked on the other C6 Pro, you could see the GPS unit was onto the built-in with the monitor. This one's separate. Stick you back. Massive long lead, so God knows what I'm going to do with this. Might end up trying to put it somewhere at the back of the bike. I originally thought with this I might put it at the front by the screen, which is fine. Good idea, except I've got to lose all that cable, and that ain't going to be an easy plan, is it? You know what I mean? So I might find somewhere for this to go at the back. It can't be covered in any way with any steel or anything like that, so that could be an issue, but I'll have a look at that. So that's that, and I think we're running towards the end of it now. What else we got in here? Tyre pressure monitor sensors. 2 tyre pressure monitor sensors. They work really well on the C6 Pro, and I should imagine these the same. I'm going to put these new ones on. I don't know whether the others are compatible. I believe not. This is a bracket that comes you're going to bolt it around the bars, etc. Steel. Probably not going to use that because they're using the mount that I use. But again, still, that's an upgrade from the previous one. Previous one was steel, but not so good. It was just like a GoPro mount. What we got left in here now? We got a few bits and bobs for doing the. If you want to put it on the bar mount or whatever, dropping the diameter down. We got a lead that you can just plug in to the USB if you don't want to use the lead via the wired permanent. I don't quite know how that would work, because obviously this USB is only going to be on when the bike's on, so I don't know whether that would keep the system running as it would do with the permanent positive. I've got another bracket here which it looks like it's going to be, if you want to mount it on the screen or on your handlebars again, you could put the unit there if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that. 64GB card. That's quite good. format that up when it needs doing. And we got this. Now this is what they class as their quick release unit. Then you can see it drops down like that. You can see it in two parts. I don't know, it's really good. One slides over the other, fits in. So we can get it on. Now, originally when I looked at this, I thought, no, I shan't use that. But thinking about it now, because that end unit from the power to the screen has got an end cap on it, which will stop any water entering into it, I might look at putting this on, because it might be useful if you're away from the bike for any time, like you can do with your BMWs or whatever. You can just clip it off. I'll have a look and see what it's like. I mean, there again, it might be a bit of a easy to nick, mightn't it? Because if you put that on and they know what they're doing, they've only got to clip that off. It says clip that off, and they got a unit, and they got to unplug that, and that's going to be where the unit, the screen connects to the main cable loom. I think on my bike it's going to be, because the way the system is, I think it's going to be end up a bit on show. So we'll have a dabble. But all in all, and that's steel again, obviously. I think that's about it. It's in the box. Right. So plan B is to put it all on the bike. So we'll be off to the garage. It's probably going to be tomorrow now. And have a dabble and see where we get. So folks, this is a garage part now. So I've done a bit of jiggery pokery, and I mean a jiggery pokery. I've got the thing mounted. Have a look. If you see there, this is the Evo Tech mount that I've got. So that's the Aoocci, the bracket. This is slightly different to what you use the ball mount. So I've had to do that. Get that on. That's got to be clamped there. I was hoping to get it behind here somewhere, but it's a massive job to strip all this off. So for the time being, I've done it here like that, round there, and then we've got this huge contraption which is going to sit kind of like there to break out for the rest of the leads. So that's part one done. We'll have a look at part two in a minute, see how far we get the next bit. I think the next bit's going to be, I'm going to look at doing the power to it and the cameras. So we'll see what happens next. Okay folks, so quite a bit time later, it's actually the next day. It's all done, fitted, installed, running, everything. I won't bother you with the tedious fitting the way I fitted it. I'll show you now what I've done. Right, you see the screen there, hopefully. The GPS I've mounted here. You can see it under there, can you? Possibly, I don't know, it's hard, the sun's shining in it. Behind the screen there anyway, it's there. So you can see it there. That's the fit of the GPS there. Cameras I've done again at the front there. As I say, really good. This is steel. It's a steel camera and a steel bracket. The one was plastic and mine broke. Let's go around this way. Remote control I've fitted here. What I've done, and you see it, that was where I used to have my wing mirrors, but I use them by them mirrors now. So I'll put that on, put that there. Works a treat, good there. I like it there, to be fair. Let's come along there. Rear camera. There. And the radar. I'm not 100% sure on the radar yet. I haven't road tested it, so I've not been out and tried it. I'm concerned it might cover my light a little bit, but I have checked it and it doesn't obstruct it much. And you can still see all the brake lights and everything. So we'll try it. Wiring, well, it's kind of like comes all the way through there and under here and under the tank. And I've got Aoocci Thunderbox because on this system it has a pos and neg from the control unit to the battery here, and then a switch live from my Thunderbox here. The radar also has a negative and a switch live from the Thunderbox. Rest is straightforward. It ain't, what can I put? It's a good unit. In fact, it's a brilliant unit. I've just tested it out and everything. The audio and the pictures are fantastic. But it has, as always, got a couple little quirks. 3 minor points. One, I don't know whether you can see down here. Somebody else has put it on as well, I think. It's difficult there. See that lot, that mishmash. So what you've got this big camera unit here, coming from the camera, and I've had to lose it down there, and it goes into there. In a perfect world, what you would have done was this lead here would have been longer, so I could have lost it under the tank here. It's kind of a problem. I think it doesn't help with the Suzuki being so open at the front. Now, people are going to say, well, you could have lost that. Yeah, if I'd have took the complete front of this bike off and spent about a day and a half trying to get it all back together, I don't think that's going to happen to you. Anyway, done what I've done there, and that's a 1 point. Second point, these are only minor points, mind. That's just me, these are only minor points. This is brilliant, but it's plastic, and I don't know why, because everything else is solid, it's metal. But this is better than the one on the C6 Pro. The C6 Pro was a bit of a monstrosity. I tried to put this on the handlebars, but it weren't very good, to be fair. A bit slack. So I found that great place for it. There was a bracket foot and everything to do that. So that's quite good. And the other one is, because I've fitted the radar here at the front, the lead must stretch to the back of the bike here. So having to lose that down here, again, is a nightmare. If you take all this front off, and you can, but it's a hell of a job, take all this lot off. You'll be on it for days. I asked the guy at the Suzuki where I had it serviced, and he says, if you got time, mate, he said, it's a day's work. Just taking it off, he said, it's a day's work, it is. He says, I'm putting it back together. He says, and you know, it's like, there's a lot of push pins and all sorts. But that's 3 minor, I'm turning you around. That's 3 minor little details, I think. That's 3 minor details on the unit. None of them would stop me from buying that unit. When you look at it on the market for what the cost is, I don't know whether it's the only one, but I think it's one of very, very few that come with blind spot monitoring, the cameras, GPS system, the full Monty, remote control, that sort of money. And with my 28% discount up until the 5th of December, and then 22% after, LWR 28 or LWR 22, you're going to get yourself a bargain. It's faultless. I had a C6 Pro, and that was brilliant. I had no issues whatsoever with that. And this one, it's just got the radar. Now, I have got the radar, as you know, I've got an in-off third eye. And it's going to be interesting to compare them when I go out riding. I'm going to ride in a minute. So what I'll do is I'll finish the video off while I'm out on the bike and show it in use. But I have to be honest, it looks really, really good. As far as I can see at the moment, everything is spot on. The audio is better than the C6 Pro by miles, and so is the video. Whether they're the same, technically I don't know. I ain't really checked the specs on the C6 Pro, but this one looks quite good. Pictures are really good, audio is really good. Screen, as I said, is slightly smaller than the C6 Pro, and it doesn't have hood on it, sunshade on it. Will that be a problem? I don't know, I'll let you know later on today, because the sun's beaming today. It's freezing cold, but the sun's beaming. So we're going to have a ride, shall we? See how we get on. Okay, folks. So we're going to do the test ride now on the Aoocci Bx.
The moment you can see the screen is in mode for, well, I've got waves on at the minute. I've got no destination in it, so I'm getting no commentary. That's so much I'll try on the way back. If I toggle the screens over, there's the camera, go back there, and then go back to home, I think. There we are. Right, now we're on the home screen. First thing I noticed, which somebody commented on, the compass seems to be working. Because I know north that way, and the compass is pointing north. So that's a bit of bonus. Tells me it's recording, 29. My clock's saying 29, 28, so it can't be bad. Speedo don't seem too far out. An issue apparently that somebody said with when you're replaying it, that the speed's out on your camera. I checked that later, obviously, but for now we're going to try dual carriageway and see what happens there. See if I get any radar warnings. I may not. I haven't got it to work while I've been on the drive, so might be an issue there, you never know. He said it's paired. BS doing this. Oh, yeah, left. Swipe me arse, look at the picture come out of that car. Happy days are here again. I like that. So what's in that screen? Nothing on. PSI 33, 36. Back's a bit soft, but I'm only going round the road. Very good. That was good. Press with that. Yeah, something coming up now. See if I get it. So I've got it on the left. Ah, I know why. I've inverted to it. So there's a lay-by down here, I'll stop. Yeah, he's on the right and I'll get it on the left. So we're going to radar. It might be because I've got the camera inverted. In the map mode, then it didn't come up with a picture on the screen, and I definitely ain't heard any warnings of it. But again, I ain't put no music on or anything to hear anything yet. Stop here. Right, so now I've got music on, sat nav directions on. I'll stop behind this lorry so that somebody can come up behind me. That's what happens. Ah, now we're right. We've got it the right way around now. You can see that's flashing, like that's flashing. Talk like that, but it didn't put the camera on. We got it right then.
Okay, folks. So, it's Lone Wolf saying, good test, everything seemed to work fine. Little niggles was my battery connection. The switch positive was a bit dick. I'd put it on them Scotch lock type things, and it weren't so clever. On the, not on the camera, on the Aoocci unit, on the Aoocci unit, the Thunderbox. So I've sorted that now, and it's all sorted. So it's a big thumbs up from the Lone Wolf rides on the Aoccii Bx. So get yourself one. Don't forget, use my code till the 5th of December, LWR28, get you 28% off. And then after that, until ad infinitum, shall we say, LWR22, and you get 22% off. A massive saving on a really top class unit. So till the next time, it's Lone Wolf saying bye for now, and don't forget, just you be careful out there. Lone Wolf, bye for now.